Hey guys, welcome back to my shop. So for my first video for 2019, I'm going to show you how I made these doors. I made these doors using Baltic birch plywood and plexiglass for the panels. If you want to see how I made this, stay tuned. Like 99.9% of my projects, I started this off at the table saw. I am using 3/4 inch Baltic birch plywood for this. I am cutting it down to 3-inch wide strips. If you're making these doors for a kitchen, I wouldn't recommend using plywood. I would maybe recommend using a solid piece of wood like oak or maple. But since this is a shop project, it's good enough. I then used my crosscut sled to cut all the rails and stiles down to length. This sled is very handy. It helps to make all the rails and stiles the exact same length. Out of all the jigs that I have made in my shop, this has to be the most used. I then lowered my blade to 1/2 inch so that I can cut the groove in the stile and rails. It's always a good idea to first cut a test piece to make sure that it will fit your panel. And there were a lot of grooves to cut. I then lowered the blade to cut the tongue on the end of the rails. It's also a good idea to make a test piece to make sure it's going to fit. Then it's back to the table saw to cut all of the tongues. I used a stop so that the tongue on the ends of the rails would be 1/2 inch long. First you cut one side, then you flip it over and you cut the other. This process took a while. I could have used a dado stack, but I was too lazy to switch out my blades. Before assembling, I sanded all of the inside edges. It's easier to sand it now than when it's together. You don't need to glue in the center panel, just the rails and stiles. This tongue and groove method of joinery makes for a really strong joint. Then apply slight pressure with the clamps. Be sure not to over tighten as it could cause the door to warp. It's also very important to make sure that your door stays square. I let the doors sit overnight so that the glue could dry. And there was a lot of sanding. Every woodworker knows how much fun sanding is. I used 220 grit sandpaper to get a smooth finish. I rounded over only the fronts of the doors with an 1/8 inch roundover bit. I used sandpaper to take the sharp edge off the back of the doors. I then applied 3 coats of water-based urethane. I chose to use water-based because it dries fairly quickly. I am the father of 2 young children, so my time in the shop is very limited. When the polyurethane was dry, I marked out the location of the hinges. I used a really small screwdriver to create a pilot for the drill bit. I don't think you need any explanation for what I did next. I'm trying to get in the habit of cleaning up my messes as I make them. I then attached the hinges using the screws that were supplied. I then marked out the location for the mounting clip for the hinges. I only attached the top clip. The bottom one I attach when the door is installed. I used a nail as a spacer so that I would have an even gap all along the bottom. I then screwed in the bottom clip. After I hung all the doors, I then drilled all the holes for the handles. I made a jig for this so that I would get the proper alignment. A way to avoid getting tear out in the back of the door is to clamp a sacrificial block to the back. This tip will get you a nice clean hole every time. All that's left to do now is to peel off the protective film. Thanks for watching, and please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you in the next one.